What up, Twitch? It's Tuesday night. Time to get the dice out. Play some Dungeons and Dragons properly on a Tuesday. You're watching the PU2 ASU stream. I am PU2. I do gameplay mostly with friends. We do some tabletop and video games, and this is our channel. You can find us anywhere on the social medias. We're on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok. We also have a Patreon. Here on our Twitch page, we have links to our YouTube channel, our merch store as well, so you can check us out on all of the things. Tonight, we will be playing the Unbeaten Path, which is a fun roguelike that is the brainchild of PS Zombie, who is on the stream tonight to be our DM. So he'll be taking us through another chapter of this. We just got done last week with another episode of our One Piece inspired Dungeons and Dragons story called Piece of Eight. So we'll be continuing that next week, but we're kind of doing every other weeks on these two different stories. So, without further ado, welcome, and I'm going to turn it over to our DM, via Zombie.
Howdy do, everyone.
Howdy.
Hello, Breaker. Can I say, have we ever, I know you just talked about maybe wanting to change the day that you played, but have you ever considered Tuesday?
Ha!
Mm.
Oh, man.
Totally.
Have we talked, okay. Sounds like that was a novel concept, is that it is in
Also
fact
sounds
Tuesday.
like a bowel movement commercial a little bit.
Hey, every day is Tuesday. It's a natural part of human experience.
I'm extremely regular every Tuesday, whether I need it or not.
On the dot.
And only
Tuesday.
Tuesdays. Don't get it twisted.
Nice.
But yes, we return to the Unbeaten Path. You, the viewer, probably remember as much about last session as I do. It's been a little while. But yes, we... did we actually do the fight in the last session? Was that what happened? I don't know. At some point, we fought the Master.
Mm-hmm. That was not last. I think we kind of just sort of talked to
To the Smiling Man.
We just talked to the Smiling Man for like a while. I think
Gotcha.
this was like we did the
You went through the lobby.
Vision quest.
Yeah.
We did the Vision quest
Got
of like
boons.
what we were getting for this. Let me refresh
Yes.
my boon nature. Boondock Saints.
Oh, that's right. And I had you talk to all the bosses, and then I rotated you all, so you were talking to the not your equivalent boss, but a different one.
Yeah, I don't.
It was Sister Riddell's fault. She refused to interact with you, and so you rotated one.
One to the left.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot
That's
about
right.
this. Okay.
Yep. Got a fresh batch of boons, which I hope you wrote down because I don't remember what they are.
Ooh.
But
I was just looking.
congrats.
Yeah.
You're
mine
welcome
is.
for whatever I gave you. No, I don't remember anything. We probably should have done a level up too because it's been ages. But I don't know if it's actually been that many sessions or whether it's just been a lot of real world time. I think both
think it
though.
has been because I could look what I got for level 6 and sort of vibe out how long I feel like I've had it.
I had a
Well,
It was kind of nothing, actually.
Maybe we'll just commit to next loot.
I kill myself.
Yeah. So that I may level
Yeah.
up.
Loop it instant level up.
Well, I think we
Cheat code.
in the past had discussed that possibility and discussed that there would potentially be consequences of that, but I don't think it's ever been put to the test.
Yeah, no. Well, it's so against the vibe of the pack. I feel like it itself would make it harder for us. Like we would begin to like. I think when you start killing yourself because you're like, everyone's dead. Like I think that's when the pack would probably start to eat you. Like when you get sick
Use
enough
up your
of it, that, like,
sentience.
yeah. Exactly. Golly, I really do hope I wrote down what my doom was. Well, there's YouTube evidence.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
trying
on
to
our
think
YouTube
what
channel,
would go
everyone. Check it out.
with. So you talked to
I didn't know who he was.
the Master, right?
That was. Oh, that's right.
The
That was the
master.
master but the real one, not the.
That's
not
right.
The sort
That's
of,
right. Was
Yeah,
who
yeah,
he
that's
used
right.
to be.
Who he used to be.
And then who talked to Narangwe?
I think that was me.
Okay, no. That I think it was. I think you
Yeah,
talked
we
to him at first.
rotated. You were,
Okay.
yeah.
So I remember. So PU2,
Oh,
your
yeah.
boon was it unlocked another aspect of your sword, like another tier. So if you go
That's
to
right.
Thrust Web, it has new stuff.
Ooh, that's right.
And in Battle Armor, you talked to
War
Van-
magic. I've got
Yes,
war magic.
exactly.
Now.
That's
the
what
one.
you got. And then
I forgot to look under the
Climate-
character sheet. Not my.
That's right. I got all Spidey. Spiders.
Climate Changer.
Yes.
We would have talked to
Oh, did
Sister
I get a heal or
Rodell.
something?
Yeah, that's right. You got the Celestial Warlock's heal. You got a pool of D6s. Should be
Lay on hands for
that
sure.
you can expend to heal.
Oh, okay.
It should be.
Is it lay on hands?
Where? It is not. It's
Not
the
quite.
Celestial Warlocks. How did I not put this anywhere? Let's see.
I have a handout. It says healing light.
Yeah, they were
That's the one.
handouts.
Yeah, there were handouts. That's what I was trying to communicate. I was like, I was looking in the character list, and I found
Yes.
it, not my character sheet.
Yes, I did notice that PU2, you have a shield. I do not remember where that came from.
It's
I-
a holster shield.
Yeah, it's his bashing shield that I then put one of my artificer infusions on, so he
Gotcha.
now has a repulsion shield.
Right.
So it's more to his AC. I figured I could take the knock and he could take the
The Iron
it's like-
Man, my shield.
20 AC is still pretty good, and I had two kind of overlapping reactions that I could do when someone hit me. I was like, nobody hits me that much.
All right. We figured it out. Live.
All right,
and then
we didn't actually go to the lobby.
Rehash everything live.
It
Hey,
was
the
seamless,
viewers
a
need-
seamless YouTube experience.
The
Just
viewers
skip
need to
past
know
this bit.
too, so like
Well,
we all have
on.
to get educated here.
That's right. It was.
So yeah, we talked to the Smiling Man, and we were about to re-enter the path for another attempt. This time with no Messinger.
No free rides.
But yeah, I think we're ready to go. So we'll just do some quick character introductions, and then we'll dive into it. And we start with Battle Armor.
Let's go. I play Karos Fester. He is based on the story of Icarus. He is a winged elf who lost his wings in one of his father's experiments, and now has built his own suit of magitech armor and artifices around. He artifices left, he artifices right. And that's it.
Great. And then PU2.
Okay, my name is PU2, and I play Mubis Calfin, which is a Minotaur cleric. Circle or the Path of the Brave, specifically. He is got a dark sword of scary origin that has given him recent spider powers, so that's kind of cool. He can traverse
It's not going to be a
walls and
creepy
stuff.
imagery at all.
No, not at all.
The thinnest
Spider
cowman
cow.
you've ever seen, just like
Spider pig, spider pig. Yeah.
disgusting.
Spider cow. So he is now Spider
Sorry.
cow.
And then lastly, Climate Changer.
Climate Changer, playing Alibaba. If we were to characterize him as a movie, be sort of a cross between Aladdin and Mrs. Doubtfire, maybe. I don't know. But he's a tiefling warlock.
Kindergarten cop.
cheaper by the dozen. Yeah.
Yeah. And he is Yeah, he's got a gin patron. He's
We talked to. This is fun.
Yeah, maybe Jedi is more than Mrs. Doubtfire due to the cross-dressing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the actually taking
He's
care
got
of the
a-
children, for sure.
a side plot character who's Mrs. Doubtfire. Aladdin without the romance, or
You're the ex-wife in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
The high-powered businesswoman who is...
Yeah,
and he has a flying carpet.
it's true. Named
It used to be
Flatter.
a fish.
Many twists and turns in Alibaba's life.
Yeah. So many things folded together. Well, great. I play everyone else, as I am the DM. Yeah, so we open on the Smiling Man's house. I think we've probably done most everything we needed to do here, but
Yeah, I was going to say, we have a tendency to get sucked into conversations with him, so maybe we just align the whole thing. And just be like, bye, Smiling Man, let's go.
yeah, he's got headphones on. He's like very, very done with y'all.
Very demure.
I think y'all got something to eat while you were here, which is maybe superfluous on the path, but we did it for fun.
It was comforting. Comforting.
And that he's got a cozy hat. You know, apart from the being what lives here. Of course, if we want to return
To the lobby.
I think we already did the lobby, didn't we?
Did we do the lobby? I thought we did not do the lobby. Have we bought anything?
I feel like
Did
we're
we have stuff to buy?
I feel like we did a lot. The lobby did a thing and died. And now we're back. Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
So we need another lobby sesh?
I think we were lobby, then quickly we went through like one full loop, and then we went to the Smiling Man. Now we need to go back.
Gotcha. This is why these long breaks are. All right. Well,
Hard on the mind.
We'll get there.
let's see if my lobby is
I'm glad you all have good memory.
appropriate.
A good memory for D&D.
D&D.
Pop into the
Yeah, right. If only I
There's
could
like-
apply this to other things.
Yeah. Brain space dedicated to all the rules and stuff. And it's like,
All right, so you exit the cozy cabin of the Smiling Man, and he has kind of like a small front garden, just absolute blackness in every direction outside of that. But he's got kind of like nice, but definitely not summery, sort of wintry foliage. And it's when you exit the small gate in the front of his garden, you feel the strange falling sensation that you often do through the fog gates, and find yourself entering the familiar sort of waiting room, if you will, of the path, with its usual suspects. The shady merchant, who, as usual, has his various bits and bobs about him, who you've surmised has some sort of deal with the path where he can get it to generate things for him in exchange for these life essences that you're able to take from the manufactured beings that you defeat on the path. And, of course, the house band, Kuga, who have sort of accepted their fate as a part of the path, and truly the ultimate eternal venue of the greatest internship possible.
Yeah, they've got the longest Las Vegas residency.
Exactly.
What genre are they?
Fleetwood Mac is what I would most compare them to.
Okay,
It's kind of
Originally kind
folky.
of poppy,
Gypsy.
Yeah, poppy folk.
yeah. So yeah, there's actually a whole lore that goes with this band. So Tansy is the lead singer, and she was a like child pop star. Think like like Britney Spears type, and wanted to be taken seriously. So she formed a band where they started in kind of like more like kind of stuff.
Is Trissy cutting out for people as well?
Softer folk music. Yeah, my video blinked too. I wonder if my internet's having trouble again. Hopefully that was just like a one-time thing.
We'll see. It might have happened before. But yes, we played a little one shot with this band, and
yes, these were actually.
Fun.
I don't know if you knew that these were former player characters of us.
I
The
didn't
lead
know.
singer played by
Yeah.
Putu's wife.
That's right.
Right?
Mrs. Putu.
That's right.
That's what we call it.
And
We all call her that all the time.
I'm surprised
And
it
I
wasn't like a boy
referred to her
band.
as anything but.
I played. Well, I mean, she was a pop star, so that was like the connection there. And Putu himself played the drummer, and I played the lead guitarist.
Drummer named Jemison Thorsby, I believe it is.
Correct. So, anyways, that's the Hugo lore there. Hugo.
Well,
Yeah,
Alibaba goes up to Shady Merchant.
Yeah, let me gen some items real quick.
I follow Alibaba to listen.
Not trusting him with loot-based things.
But maybe I also want to purchase items. I'm just
Believe it or not.
Well, I don't think I have any,
we have
life
sh-
essence.
We have
Uh,
shared
oh, man.
money. We have
I should have
We-
saved.
we-
Okay.
We killed the mini boss, the creature. He was like the Frankenstein guy. I can't imagine he gave us no life essence.
The creature.
It might not be that much, but we did manage to get one.
Yeah. So, did I
one
do
or
a
two
handout
down.
that had your money? Yeah. There's a handout called Money
Oh,
that
yeah,
had
please.
your
I do
running total.
see that.
Wow,
Can we keep that?
kind of rich.
Is that for the group or?
yes,
Yeah.
we agree.
Yeah,
Share
so that's
our
going to
money.
be your group money. I just wanted to have it somewhere
It's not
where we
really
can
money.
all see it. Yeah, this is a gold equivalent. So
It's kind of company dollar. Like you can't really spend it anywhere else.
that's right. It's like
Boss makes a dollar. You make a dime.
it's like how V-Bucks have a value of .0000003
It's like
US dollars or
For
something.
sure.
Yeah, it basically is V-Bucks.
P-Bucks for the path.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We got
absolutely.
I really want a new skin.
Well, actually, I
Where's
did
your
get a skin one
cosmetics?
time in the path. I mean, I got the Joe Glass skin where you had to play as a rogue for that loop.
Okay, there's something wrong
There's
with this
canonically.
with this generator because I said I put a rarity cap on it and it gave me an artifact.
An incredible thing.
Spoiler alert: the rarity cap was not artifact rare. So I'm gonna.
Is it
Try again?
not artifacts in the Magic the Gathering sense, and that it's
One
just a
time
colorless-
wish spell.
I mean, what would we even? I bet 9th
You-
level wouldn't just get us all.
You
out
wouldn't
of the
even want
path.
this because it's your rage damage bonus is doubled. That really doesn't do a whole lot.
Couldn't affect me less. That is an interesting item, though. Is just bump up a class ability like that.
And then while you are not raging, your weapon attacks have disadvantage.
I'm never raging, so always.
Okay. All right. This will be our shot.
It's like
This
the
is fine.
Hulk.
All right. So we'll. I need to get better at tracking just everything.
Well,
Things.
I mean,
The thing is, I'm
Alibaba-
really good at it when we're doing it consistently because I have a really good memory for that kind of thing. But
Mhm.
not when it's been this long.
I'm similar in that, like, if we're doing it every week, I'm like, you got that, this is going on.
All right, just give me like 2 seconds to look up something.
Yar.
Don't say R. Gets us in trouble.
Copyright.
That's right.
Sorry, my bad. I can't play more than 5 seconds of what would you do with a drunken sailor? Or will get copyright strike.
Who owns the copyright to that? Captain.
The One Piece campaign.
One Piece.
That's right.
So, like, what if there's music in the background, you know, that it just happens to catch, you know, like The Office is playing on my TV in the next room. Like, is that
I think that's still not chill. I think you still get struck.
Well, first question.
Still get stricken.
Which office? Second question.
The Office.
British
the one,
or American?
the good American one? That American
Oh yeah,
Office.
the ever relevant in 2024 British UK version of The Office.
Isn't that interesting how that was like that was it, like everybody knows the American version, but then it's opposite.
It's not even the second longest running The Office series. It only had one season as compared to The Office other ones. Hold on.
But it's extremely opposite to IT Crowd because it's very the same. They tried an American IT Crowd and it didn't work. So it was like
it was awful.
It's interesting how some stuff ports over and others doesn't.
Well, the joke's on you because she's watching Parks and Rec. So
nice.
Parks and Rec is
Do
great.
you like me some Parks and Rec?
Oh, that was a real question. Yeah. So The Office India has 2 seasons, and The Office UK only has 1. So, at the very least, it's inferior.
Are there any
Okay,
good games out?
I'm just gonna toss you guys a G in gold, and I'm gonna keep better track of this going forward.
Word.
So I already added that to your thing, and the Shady Merchants, per usual, says, "Welcome. What are you buying?" You're like, this guy obviously has limited voice lines, but man, they're bangers, you know.
This guy obviously played Resident Evil quite a bit.
Yes, but he also played Star Fox Adventures Dinosaur Planet. Nope, that's too low.
That's too loud.
Okay, I'll
You know,
shut it to you.
That's actually how I got my wife. How we fell in love. Is I did a very accurate impression of the lady from Star Fox Adventures, and they love it.
As Mina
They're a
plays that.
huge. Yeah, they're a huge Star Fox Adventures fan.
Really?
That's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that game. I still have
What a
it.
game.
Yeah, it's
Except
solid.
for how it locks you out of your save file at the end.
It's so stupid. 97%ed that game, and literally could not go back to the stupid Velociraptors to
Yeah,
just
if you
like
haven't,
make peace.
if you
or
haven't
whatever.
played it for our viewers, if
Oh,
you enter
man.
the final boss fight and save, all you can do from
Which
in
it
that
lets
save
you.
file is fight the boss. It locks you out of every other aspect of the game, no matter
You
how
can't go
close
back
or far
because-
you are from completion.
Once you've completed the final dungeon, like when you finish the final dungeon, there's a whole ending thing afterwards, but it locks you out of everything. It's such a crazy, like, for an open world game like that to just completely like kill your save file is nuts.
Well, you gotta start over.
Yeah,
Play it
I'm just
again.
gonna start it. Gotta
Oh no.
So
Gotta see that whole
Alibaba
opening.
pulls out the 5 beholder stalk eyes that he has been carrying around. Just started displays them to the Shady Merchant. What do you think about these? You know.
a little bouquet.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Perhaps this would be a good gift for your wife. And I love the bouquet idea.
You go, a rare find. And he kind of like looks it over a bit. He goes, "Come back next time, and I'll make something custom for you." And he tucks them away without even waiting for you to confirm whether you want to do this or not.
Or they are gone from my
Oh, this
inventory.
UI.
Now that's
So-
too loud.
Nope, that's too loud.
Well, that's cool. I'm down.
So they were beholder eyes, were they? What? Where were these from again?
We fought a beholder, and I cut his eye stalks off.
It was
Wasn't
one of
carrying
the,
them around.
It
was an
wasn't a
observer
beholder.
or
It was a. What are they called?
watcher or a...
I think it started with a.
Oh,
D?
the Watcher. Yeah, the lower tier beholder.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I just wanted to put a note somewhere so I remember.
For some reason, I have 5 of them.
Because I don't know when. That's probably how many he had.
Yeah, and
Or
those are
maybe-
real too, because that's from the Underdark.
That's right. Might have already deleted the character sheet to clean up.
We can always check on YouTube.
YouTube.
I think Watcher's right.
Observer.
Yeah, it's got one of the... I'll just look up synonyms until one of them looks right.
Probably has something to do with eyes.
Spectator?
wanna-
Was it a spectator?
Spectator. That sounds right. Let's see if I have one for that.
Observer, viewer, looker on, witness, eyewitness, fly on the wall, sightseer.
Well, we'll look it up later. Anyways,
Yeah, I think it probably was a spectator.
Looker.
Yeah, looker definitely is the one. Yep.
It is a thing. A lesser type of beholder is a spectator.
All right. All right. So let me read this off. Unfortunately,
Oh, we got a Discord update.
Me posting a
I like how
little
this just
stat block.
this is the worst generator of all time. It just ignores everything I want to say. Like it's giving
Please
me
make
cursed items. It's giving me way higher rarity than I cared for.
Very amusing, but also super annoying.
All right, we're trying again here.
Gotta love aberrations, man. Very cool.
They're good fun.
And he's got like confusion ray, paralyzing ray, fear ray, windy ray, and then create food and water.
Is that true? That's
Yeah.
hilarious. That's wild that he could just do, like, what possible occasion would anyone ever have for that to go? You'd have to make a whole, like, campaign centered around trying to get the beholder to cast great food or water. It couldn't just happen.
I'm
Maybe
sorry,
that's
this
like
generator's just
how
so
they
bad.
feed themselves. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
funny how they reproduce is if any beholder dreams of a beholder, that beholder then comes out of the dream and is a real beholder. That's the only way they reproduce is by a beholder dreaming
That's
of
crazy.
another beholder. Yeah, and you can artificially incept beholders into existence by like casting the dream spell and then making like an illusion of a beholder, which then becomes a real beholder because it's in a dream. It's like pretty
Oh,
airtight.
man.
It's interesting.
It's
They also
time,
then
guys.
fight as soon as they get out. I think
We need to
that's
make
generally.
a beholder farm.
Hey guys, welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. I just want to show off my beholder farm here.
You're gonna need
Alright,
some
guys,
obsidian blocks.
I finally got it to give me things that I wanted to look at.
Wonderful.
Alright, so the Shady Merchant shows off his collection. As usual, he has he has 3 magic items, a weapon and armor, and a trinket. So his the weapon he displays is Dryad's short sword of last hope. When the bearer is outdoors, harmless creatures such as squirrels and birds flock to them, where they sing songs for a minute or longer. The bearer may spend an action beseeching the spirits within this weapon. Roll a DC 20 persuasion check, or make a sufficiently impassioned plea. If successful, the spirits will sacrifice themselves so that for the next minute The next attack with this weapon will be a crit. The weapon loses this property forever on success.
That's crazy.
So it's a cute little sword that has some cute little things it can do.
Please,
You're
kill
just
yourself
belling
from my
them, begging them to commit suicide
Yeah.
every time you
And then
pull it out.
and then they give you a crit. If you're a rogue, man, that is a sick weapon right there because it's finesse,
that's
and
true.
you could do
Auto-crit.
a
Or
big
pally.
booty hit. Yeah.
You know, right when you need
Yeah.
it.
All right.
And you're just using it to like win a bar fight. Crit for me! Die!
Yeah. No, that is not a sufficiently effective. And then the magic armor, Medic's Scale Mail, lined with pockets and compartments, stocked with medical supplies. The bearer may treat this armor as a healer's kit. Interesting.
Thank you.
And then lastly, the trinket is a coin of the Sojourner. A poem, story, or map that describes a long-forgotten treasure is etched in the surface of this item. So how we're going to treat this is... we'll say you can consume it as a fog gate to get an additional room that'll have a more challenging fight, but also a reward. And that's how we'll treat that.
That sounds fun.
Okay, so
That
rehash
sounds dope.
that one more time. Say that one more time.
All of them?
No, what you just said. Can you repeat that last
It's
one?
the trinket.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said we're going to use it where you can use it like in between rooms, like on a fog gate, and it'll give
like-
you an extra room that wouldn't have normally been there.
Okay.
That will have a harder enemy, but if you beat them, you'll get a special reward.
Okay, so this is a little bit like
With the stipulation you can't use it this session because I need time to prep that.
I was already like, we don't use this right now, but
sounds
Yeah.
like a little AFK Journey Labyrinth. to
It has
me.
a little charge up time, shall we say, of approximately
yeah,
a week.
it's got to get used to us. You gotta
A
hold it
real
in
life
there.
week.
A real life week.
But I think me as probably the least gambling man here am interested in that coin, and so I can't imagine my two compatriots. Actually, you're kind of a man of the cloth. I wouldn't just paint you with the brush of being a gambler. You did grab that evil-looking sword and are using it, so I don't. You're not
Gambling
terribly
is a
risky.
sin.
Yes, I meant more.
Well,
He's very
risk
strange about
aversion.
what's allowed and not.
I would say, I'll give you some flexibility as to the tenets of your church. I have not looked deeply into.
I don't think
The-
Maze God would care that much about gambling. Maybe
The
what is a
up
roulette
town.
wheel? What is randomness if not a maze by which to traverse?
I would say probably there's going to be some things that would be explicitly against your god, probably to do with impeding people's freedoms
Getting
would
lost.
probably be a big one.
Yeah, general injustice always seems reasonable. So unfairness.
But gambling, I mean, that's gonna. I'll leave that to your discretion. If you want to make it like a hard point for Uptown, it can be. But
I'm gonna say this. It leads to being lost. The house always wins. It's not a fair puzzle of life.
well, it's essentially a map. It's not really like.
Yeah, no. It was more of a throwaway comment I made, but yes, it's more that we'll be entering into a small amount of risk for a potential reward,
Yes.
which I was
Yes.
equating to gambling.
And you don't even have to use that right now. You could hang on to it in some future date when you're feeling real competent with your boons or something.
We go higher up in levels, the reward is better. We make it to Act 2 first, and then we use it.
A horse in the
Wait,
hand
what?
versus two in the stable. That's what the movie says. No one really fully understands the full.
Wiser words never spoken. Yes, how much is the coin?
Horses.
$4 coin? 2 pence?
No, it's too low.
He's disconnected. He's reconnected.
For the price
Yes,
of
dude.
1 coin, you can have a coin.
This coin is worth 1 coin.
Scarabs.
Scarabs. What were the blue heads called? They were like Krakom,
Oh man, I don't remember.
Krakatoa.
I really like the it's 60 scarabs to enter Cape Claw. I remember that part. That's a very quotable part for me.
That Krazoa. Oh, Krazoa.
Yes, that's right.
You know, that game was not supposed to be a Star Fox game. It's just
Yes.
it's like Super Mario Brothers 2, where it's like, oh, we just made a different game, put our guy on. And it was also meant for the N64, much like a lot of other GameCube games, if you look into them. Most GameCube games were actually being built for the N64, and were just...
There he is.
He's back from outer space.
And now he's back. Na. Maybe not.
Tuesday.
Don't have any food, bud.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
you can.
Okay. Yeah. The internet.
You've cut out again.
But like, somebody just took a picture.
I did. I regret nothing. Oh no! Joel's been replaced by a dog. Sorry, climate change.
Wow.
Not Joel. I don't know who that is.
What?
Hello, am I back?
That's never happened
We've-
before. Nobody
We've
knows.
doxed ourselves 100 times by now.
Am I back
I
yet?
heard you
Hello?
again, Tristan. Hello.
You're back.
I
You
return?
missed the magical spell
Speaking
that
of-
turned Climate Changer into a dog, though.
Oh no.
Yes,
I
rolled a
What a
one.
good dog. He rolled over.
I had to switch to personal hotspot because
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
my internet never messes up except for on Tuesdays. And then it
Yeah,
messes
well,
up every
PU2
time.
Tuesday.
Streaming video is like surprisingly resource intensive, and then it, kicks up a fuss.
Well, I'll try switching back to Wi-Fi here in a minute when it's done doing whatever it's doing. Alright, so we want to buy the coin. Are we passing on the others for now?
Yeah,
What's the
I think-
AC of the medical
This,
armor?
it's scale mail, so 17, I guess.
oh, is it?
But it's
scale
heavy
mail?
armor.
No, that's
Okay.
scale mail.
Splint. That's
is-
what I'm thinking. Splint.
That's what I've
what-
got on right now.
The scale mail is, I guess, medium armor.
It is. It's AC 14 plus 2 Dex mod if you have it. So it is actually the best kind of medium armor, which is solid. So if anyone does use medium armor,
It's the second, right? Because half plate is 15 plus dex.
oh, is it?
And also breastplate has no disadvantage. I believe splint mail does have disadvantage.
Scale mail 14 plus Dex. Yes, you're right. Breastplate does not have. It's the third best medium armor.
But yes, if you use medium armor, it's decent, and it's a healer's kit.
I think I don't need them. I can safely say
so-
for myself.
The coin is gonna be
We have
Let's say it'll be-
5,500.
4,500 gold pieces.
no, it'll be 300 gold pieces.
Cheapest chips.
All right, so you make the exchange. Pour
What
him out some
purchase
gloop
is made?
from your flask.
What does he do with it?
The gloop.
Yeah.
Drink.
Does he like
He does not drink it.
pops it up in there?
He let's think.
I think maybe he had his own talisman because he was the one who gave it to us, and I think he might have a reservoir that he just like gets it back.
Yeah, I think it'll be like like those carnival coin belts where you can like pop out coins. He kind of
Yeah.
pops it up to that and just sucks out a little bit and passes it back to you. And you have the suicide sword and the medic's mail, which, it's up to you if you want those or not.
I think I'm good. I personally, there's a case to be made for seeing how much the sword is and maybe using it one time just for the crit. But that feels horrific.
Insane crits.
I don't know that they're real even.
Hey, don't forget that you can get animals to sing a song for you. But only if you're outside. I would say some biomes of the path count as outside. Yeah. But
I think that would have been useful at times, but I think
probably
we are going through
not.
a big,
maybe in this
castle
particular stint. Yeah, maybe there might be a garden biome eventually.
Yeah, very very classic Castlevania to have a full of bewares and
there's enough things in Castlevania that you might encounter almost anything. To be
Clock tower.
It'll just all be in Castlevania. Yeah, I just spam Medusa heads out here. I don't know what the D&D equivalent of Medusa heads are, but
it's the same as our Beholder Chow Garden that we're.
All right, so one of y'all can put the coin in your inventory. Coin of the Sojourner.
It fits most with your aesthetic, I think, Alibaba.
You are a sojourner.
The most sojourny of us all. We'll talk about when to use it later.
Yeah.
He kind of flips it in the air, real cool. He catches it in his other hand and puts it in his satchel.
Nice. All right. Well,
any little hints from Huga before we head out the door? They normally play the genre. Is it still just spooky gothic or?
They're doing an unplugged rendition of Master of Puppets in honor of you fighting the Master. Master.
I feel like we'll die to him again. He did
but
not
no
seem...
explicit hints. It's more like a kind of recap sort of song per usual.
Makes sense.
It's one of the ways they write songs is they're kind of given knowledge of what people do on the path, and it expands their repertoire. Because when you have to play for all of eternity, you need
it pays to
a
have
few
some
songs.
New material. Yeah.
All right.
So then I think we can just sort of head out.
Yes, you are free to begin your ascent as you head back towards the surface.
It would be funny to just head back then. We can't, right? It was blocked out.
All right, one sec. I'm gonna try to go back to Wi-Fi. One sec.
The road to down was quite blocked, from what I remember. I think we did that.
All right. I think it worked. I think we're good.
Solid.
But yes, this is not an up-down gate. If you remember the
blocked off, yeah.
With
rocks and such.
With the rocks. Alright, so thou do striketh out upon the path yet again.
Placing our hands on the door, filling with our blood.
Correct.
That we do explicitly draw out of ourselves.
That's right.
Semi-regular.
For the viewers, the gates do require blood, but they draw blood into vials of blood to use to open the gates.
It's funny, you two, no matter how many times we do this, I still don't like it.
Yes, that
it does
sickening
feel like
sensation of falling up, and then you find yourself before
Yeah, cool.
Our beautiful Master's Keep, which I can no longer go to any of my maps. This is great. I'm going to reload and roll 20.
Come in, guys.
It's
Come on,
pulled up on
guys.
ours.
Yeah, I could transfer you to maps. I couldn't then go to the map myself.
Amusing.
This
So
castle
I'll be
does
like-
not look ominous at all.
Yes, I'm sure nothing bad will happen here.
Don't like
Surely there is a garden and princesses.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
not really much to do here. Just cinematically glancing at tremendous spire, climbing towards the heavens, which is
squirrel pops
your
out.
key to ascend.
A scroll pops out and it deliberately does not sing to us. It's very pointed
Yeah.
at that.
He looks
Oh
like
man, snubbed.
he looks like expectantly at you, and then like just turns and walks away.
No stick.
Must have been looking for a woman, Snow White or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the sword of Snow White. That would be a fun
And then
magic
convince
item.
the 7 dwarves to kill themselves.
Yeah.
If
Listen,
all
guys.
7 of you
the Disney
This witch
princess.
is pretty bad. We need to
fight
get
a
rid of
punch,
her.
we'll deal double damage one time.
Don't worry, I'll put all my smites into it.
It'll be worth it.
One of you 7 has to stay behind because there can only be groups of 3. So sorry.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
we
the
have
battle
a grave cleeric and an assassin rogue. We can do a really big hit.
It'll do a lot.
It'll
Over
do
100
quadruple
We'll leave
double
back
dice.
bashful by himself.
So yeah, like I said, there's not really anything to do here.
Yeah,
Alright.
just walking up.
Sorry, this is just a mess. Navigating maps, my dude. So you find yourself once again in the familiar corridor, which is the entranceway into the Master's Keep, but you see yourself an unfamiliar figure. Well, perhaps familiar in form, but not one you've seen before. A skeletal fellow in a dark cloak, the figure of a Grim Reaper, is at the other end of the hallway, and he looks best. No, here we go. Just do that. And indeed, this figure addresses you, and he says, "Ah, you've not bypassed me this time, I see."
Oh, yes.
Clever trick.
We talked.
We were able to bypass him before. I kind of look at Alabama, Karas and Alabama.
Our messenger allowed us to skip straight to his master.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure this is one of the underlings of the master.
Yes, a clever trick to bring outside forces into my keep, or my master's keep, rather. But I sense that this is not the first time you've evaded death.
It's true, we're sort of immune to your ilk for the time being.
So it would seem.
I don't know. I feel like we die all the time.
Death is somewhat permanent, usually. I would say we...
It still hurts every time.
I don't know exactly what it is now, but I do think about it ontologically.
You have nothing to worry about, death. We're just passing through again.
I happen to come from an order that respects death and the circle of life. Kind of gestures openly.
And yet you defy it, time and again. Well, you may be able to defy the more amorphous concept of death, but I, here in front of you, if I can't have you forever, I shall take you again and again. Though here I am subservient to my master, you will find that none others can escape my grasp.
I don't like anything he says. I said to tell him about the cross.
It's just a spooky guy.
Yes, maybe you should chill out, man.
Well,
I mean, if
shall
we're gonna
test.
see each other more than once, we might as well just be friends, you know? I don't know where my accent is going anymore.
It's really boring.
It's always
Yeah,
difficult
man,
to
you know, yeah.
You're trying to befriend him. It's the friendly version of your accent.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly look forward to seeing how many ways I might bring you to your death. And perhaps I might find some way to make it permanent. We shall wait and see.
Don't try too hard.
don't put yourself out on our.
Well, I'll give you some more chances to prove yourself before I intervene on my own. But don't be surprised if your little friend on the outside isn't the only giver of boons. And with that, he fades out through the wall.
We're introducing the Nemesis system from Shadows of War.
That's right. One random enemy you kill each time will be promoted to boss.
Whoever kills us gets like mini boss status.
That would be pretty sick. I'll consider.
I mean, I don't think any minions have killed us yet, but it's
No.
only. I think we have only died to bosses so
I mean-
far.
That one Drow guy who beat you got promoted to series regular, but
That's true.
from regular loser. But yes, you find yourself yet again in the castle corridor, with blaring castle corridor music. And I don't think I have any on right now.
I don't know, guys. I think this accent
Vampires.
worked for me that time. He's gone now.
I don't know. That troublesome.
I can't hear this anymore.
It is troublesome that he is implying there's an anti-smiling man out there.
A frowning man, perhaps.
Perhaps.
A frowning woman. Yes, I don't know if he meant he was going to intervene with us. Perhaps he was going to pull us out of the cycle, like Smiling Man can't. Like when we're sort of looping back around, I imagine Smiling Man just sort of plucks us out and throws us back in. Perhaps he'll be the one waiting upon our imminent demise. But it seems like for now we've got a free lunch through here.
Supposedly, do you think it's a trap? I look ahead.
I think the whole thing's kind of a trap.
I've got that little buddy that could go ahead of us.
Newt, where are you?
That's right, Precious Newt.
The horns announce his arrival.
So,
Newt, are we doing today? I believe you have 3 that are available to you currently.
this would be the Salamander Newt,
Nice.
Nice,
because
class.
he's my favorite.
Yeah.
And
Classic. I believe that was perhaps the original Newt.
yes, slither ahead, buddy. And he's gonna send Newt out. You know, step on a few floor tiles, kind of thing. Everything is gonna be fine, Newt.
Gingerly poking at things with his tail.
You're totally safe, buddy.
Newt.
Yeah. I've lost the sound effect.
It was like
Newt.
Newt. Yeah, that's what. I kind of want to
Yep.
spider climb the ceiling on this one.
Mm.
Ooh, spider
Little,
cow.
Just spider cow it up, you know.
A little higher vantage point.
What does that
A
look
little
like
lower
exactly?
or around vantage.
Do you just have like spider
Hello.
legs in your back?
Sorry,
Hello.
guys. I was gone that whole time. My internet crapped out. So
Is Newt dead?
no. What is Newt trying to do? I'm sorry, I missed all of it.
He's just gonna try to
I
step
saw
on as
you
many floor tiles as possible on the way forward.
Okay, well, as he approaches this area in a somewhat familiar way, bubbling up from the ground come a collection of zombies. So I'll let you
Newt!
allow Newt to react
I had
to
no
this.
idea this was going to happen to you, my friend.
Because there's kind of like a little bit of wind up
Okay.
on them bubbling up out of the ground. So why
Why
don't we go ahead
try to
and
get him to
roll
skitter back?
initiative? Yeah,
Roll
go ahead.
initiative.
Let me pull it up
Well,
real
this would be
quick.
good
One
because
second.
nobody's in.
Okay. This is
Nobody's in the
good.
way currently.
Remove all turns, clear. Okay, good. Now we go.
Oh,
Great. I set everything up
Coming
all
in
nice
high.
last time.
Whoa. Let's go 18 boys.
Okay, that's
Watch
good.
me
You can
screw
do
this
it,
up.
Anubis.
No, watch me screw it. Yeah.
Oh.
Watch me whip.
You have a
Watch me
you have a
nay-nay.
much higher initiative than either of us.
Well, I mean, you only have to beat a zombie, so.
I got a good old channel
No.
divinity for that too, boys.
Okay, so now they're in there. Unless I didn't do that privately, did I? No, we're good. Okie dokie. Well, I mean, they're already in order, so that's very convenient. Unless we want to toss Newt in there. If you want to do an initiative for Newt, you may. I think it acts on your turn initiative, maybe.
Yeah,
If I remember familiars properly.
we kind of typically go at the same
Yeah.
time. So, I guess
We'll do that.
Is it me or Kairos? I'm not sure. I think it's
think
whoever has the highest dex.
You have high
I've got
dex, maybe?
13.
I also have 13.
No
Roll
way.
these for it.
Roll off.
Give me
No
one
way.
d20. Well, you probably got it.
No.
Let's
All
go.
right. So what is this? I can do that? There we go.
Went ahead and got that one out of the way.
So it's Karo's turn firstly.
Get that squared away. Okay. Let me take a little look, see what a 15-foot cube is looking like.
What
Cube?
size a 15-foot cube looks like?
Let's see.
Cubics. Power beyond
is that
compare.
Nice. Good reference.
Robots for everyone. Cubics.
1 cell 5 feet. Oh, I guess I could just do the math. It's. Oh,
Ooh.
that's huge.
Ooh. That's wild.
Alright.
What?
Cool. That's massive. Okay, so I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna thunder wave. I'm just gonna hit all of them.
Alright. So what do I need to do? Con saves here?
That's a con save
It's like
for
talk
me,
to the hand.
and I give him a little cheeky 2d8. Oof, minimal damage.
So I'll do. I'm trying to decide what order to do these in. I'll do left, top to bottom, left to right. So
Yeah, none
First
of them are
one
on the same column, so you can just
up
do it
in the
left to right.
middle.
Oh, top to bottom.
Just gonna
left to right.
be-
Understood.
That's a fail.
Failure.
Next, I don't know what that is.
Success.
It might be a success.
Wait, let's see.
Another fail.
I got. It's 8
Another
plus.
fail. And another fail. So that's one success.
Yes, I believe so. Where's my dang save?
Okay, and so that's 5 damage or half, right?
Mm-hmm. And the guys who failed get pushed 10 feet away.
Great.
Oh, my save is exactly 16, so yeah, meets it, beats it.
The organ's breaking out.
I'm just doing this. Their organs are breaking out.
Right now.
Inspiration, everybody.
Yeah, so you very Iron Man style, take out your gauntlet and do a huge blast
Repulsor
of
beams.
thunder energy that knocks back most of these zombies. This one stands firm as it kind of like the flexible blade of grass. Its top half just sort of snaps over and then snaps back up when the wave passes. So it
Get off of our
survives.
lawn.
Anything else from you?
Good for it. I'm
A
gonna
move, a walk.
move a little forward. I'm gonna move a little forward.
All right.
And that'll be it for me. I'm gonna take my temp HP that I can do.
All right. Alibaba.
That'll be it.
As Newt slithers up onto his shoulder, a arcane flame energy seeps out of his genie bottle, curls up the staff as he fires an eldritch blast.
Who are you targeting with this? That'll hit.
The closest zombie.
This one here, presumably.
Yeah.
Great. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Make sure it's on normal. Okay. So, 18.
Choo! Yeah, so that'll blast a large hole right through that zomboni.
He's gonna fire
and
again.
it'll. Well, he's got to do a thing.
Oh yeah.
So
If he
as
stays
he's
up.
about to collapse over, he does a con saving throw, which is very high DC. But let's see. Yeah, he can't swing it. So this guy is dead. I'm just gonna move him off to the side. I don't know. Delete him off for now. Yep, you can fire
Okay.
your next one now.
He's gonna fire right at the one right behind that one. It's a 9.
All right, let me see zombies. That
And
hits.
a-
Yeah,
Oh wow, okay.
yeah.
Oh,
That hit a
wow.
zombie. Oh dang.
Weird.
Can you roll a crit fail?
I don't think it matters.
Just want to test something. Just ignore the next. Okay. Just seemed to be the exact same.
Yeah, so
That
like
one's
the
auto fail for attack rolls.
they do auto fail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So that's a miss then. As you fire wide
Okay.
and kaboom, take a big chunk out of the wall with your grenade-like Eldritch Blast. Anything else on your turn? Any movement? Bonus actions?
He's gonna move up next to
Reactions.
this torch. Kind of warm his hands against
Sounds
the
good.
torch and end his
Near the
turn.
fire. That's where he wants to be, baby.
Yeah.
Like a salamander, his own self.
Mhm.
It is Amubus's turn.
Amubis is going to point to Newt and say, "I'm doing this for you, Newt." And then he moves.
Nope.
This one's for you.
This one's for you. He moves to be next to, uses his movement to get right there next
And
to
Duke goes,
Ross.
"Where are you going?"
Mm-hmm.
While we're on the dinosaur planet thing.
Where are you going? Tricky says hi. Okay.
I hated that little guy.
He reaches to his chest, there is a medallion that you guys haven't really noticed this whole time, but it's a symbol of Uptow and like a little maze. It's kind of made out of like driftwood, and he holds it. It's his kind of holy symbol for Uptow, and he holds it out and starts chanting. And what's the primal language of Uptow? Whatever that is.
It'd be like Cholton.
Anyway,
It's like it would be like Hawaiian or something, like kind of like an island dialect.
and then he's gonna do his action of channel divinity, turn undead.
Cool. All right.
Mm.
Ka-ching! I think we established this destroys them, doesn't it?
It does
Yeah,
if
it
they
destroys undead.
fail the save. So observe.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Each undead.
Starting at 5th
Yeah.
level, when the undead fails the saving throw. So it's a wisdom saving throw, and it all fails if they're a half challenge rating or below. They are popped. And I'm hoping they are.
All right, so they're gonna do some saves to see. Their wisdom's pretty bad, so
That is what I want. Delicious.
we have a good chance of failing this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn.
Do any of those succeed?
Is your wisdom +5?
What is my wisdom?
If you go to your spell sheet, it should show your DC on there.
I freaking closed my thing because it didn't have my thing on my thing.
You're like I'm done here.
Yeah, and then I closed it out, and then of course now it's like
You're like
oh,
X out. You're like I closed out
all I gotta
Edge.
do is-
Like I'm not.
Oh, you needed this.
I turned off my computer.
You needed this.
We're done here.
It's 15 spell save DC.
All right, so there was
It's-
one
it's-
success.
So the rest of them pop.
So, I was like, is that the same one that succeeded on the? But it was not.
That
I was like, this guy's a champ.
would have been funny.
But yes, like as you present your symbol, out from the ground comes stretching like glowing maze-like lines that twist and turn and find their way under these zombies, and pew, as it passes by them, pew, 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 just pops them up good. I don't think anything happens if they succeed, right?
No.
They're just fine.
There's no language.
But yeah,
anymore.
you popped a bunch of them. Anything else you'd like to do? Any more movement? Any
I give
bonus?
a-
Any
I give a
reaction?
nod back to Newt.
Nut.
Yeah, Newt's very enamored. You can tell. He just like drops his tail. Just like, oh, he's so shocked. All right, now a zombie's turn. It's gonna shamble on over and make an attack towards Garrus.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna
It
Not
couldn't
gonna
hit
do a whole
less.
Well, it could, but
I'm just like
It's-
holding the zombie's
Sure.
forehead, and it's doing the like
Yeah.
pinwheel on
let me out. All right, that's all a zombie's gonna be able to do for me.
Cool. Yeah, and so I am going to, while I grab its face, just give him two quick ones to the gut. Oh, I'm actually going to do a booming blade once.
Yeah,
And then I'm going to bonus action.
that'll hit.
So I'll see that.
So see what the boomer does.
20
Choo.
thunder damage.
All right, that's gonna blow a big chunk out of him. He's gonna attempt. An attempt was made, but it's not gonna be
Succeed.
good enough.
Oh, cool.
And he pops, and he's indeed done so.
Let's go. Okay, so I technically still have a
That's a
bonus
scientific term.
action. Dunzo. And I'm going to run ahead. Hopefully, they can break themselves upon my body. That's 5, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, so right as you get about
30.
there, you're going to find yourself, hear the rattling of bones. And like once before, a group of skeletons amasses before you. As this corridor is eerily familiar. Dude, I think some past version of me was very generous and set up all these character sheets in a very convenient way for me. Like with their HPs and everything. So, just kudos to me. Shout out to me.
It's a pass.
Shout out past you.
Shout out past me for
Circa
like making this
23.
happen.
Actually making it work.
They're still going to appear at the bottom of the... since that was a little out of combat, we'll just continue.
Yeah, that's my turn. That's my turn anyway. So
it's just moving up.
End it there. Yeah. I
Okay.
used my action. I still have a bonus action to attack with, but I can't really get to anyone on that.
Ali
Sounds
Baba,
fine.
We out
could
here.
you flutter away over the floor? Could we just I can climb like a spider, but can't you float with the little thingy thing?
Yes.
Climb like a spider, float like a bean.
And then Karos, we just need to avoid the floor. I feel like the floor is bad, and I just point my
I think this is probably the last batch.
sword.
Lava.
As long as we get out of here right afterwards.
Or we could just avoid the floor, and I'm still staring.
It's
I'm
an
doing-
infinite XP
I'm doing
farm.
the thing of what cows do when they see a grate with missing holes in it. You know, like cows when they walk
Just
up
like,
to missing.
Can't be
areas.
having that.
Yeah, they can't perceive if there's a grate or something. That's why they don't walk over
Moo.
grates. So he's just
Yeah.
really, inspecting the floor.
There are a lot of those out in the Midwest. Like when you're driving cross country, you go to a rest stop and you're like, wow, these are massive holes that these cows could fall in.
Yep, and they just don't because they can't see the ground, so they're freaked out.
Like, moo.
So Alibaba moves up, and he's gotten tired of Eldritch Blast.
It's like, it's so passe, it's boring.
Cliche.
And so he's gonna pull out the Acid Splash,
Ooh.
which will be a 2d6. He's gonna aim it at the 2 skeletons directly in front of him.
Okay.
You get 2.
It can hit 2 if they're within 5 feet of each other. Let's see here.
Does that mean right butt up against each other, or a 5 foot
Yeah, I
gap?
think that's spot up against each other. And these guys have a little gap to them.
Alright. Well, he just shoots at 1. So you see some, instead of a fire kind of energy come out of the lamp, it's made out of the decanter. It's a greenish acidic.
Cool.
It goes down the staff and projects out and hits potentially.
We're gonna do, it looks like a dex save. They fail. So it is splashed with acid that you see will start to eat away at the bones,
Nice.
revealing kind of the hollow cores in some of its bits and bobs. And it's looking very rough. It's holding on.
I can't think
By
of a witty
threads.
thing to say, but I enjoyed that.
You're really
How about this?
Ate
He
down
needs
to the
some
bones.
milk.
Get him some
get that
milk.
boy some milk.
Your pH level
Get him
is
some milk.
All right. Anything else from you, Alibaba?
that's it.
All right, Amubis, you're up. fresh off of your 4 kills.
Amumus says, "Do I have one more in the chamber for what I just did. Do you want me to use it or what?"
Maybe we
use
take
it or
these
lose
guys
it.
down normally. There's only 4 of them, and there's 4 of us. So you count.
That's right. Count. You gotta count
Nerd,
Newt.
nerd.
Copy that. And I'll fall in behind.
He's like a gnat who actually does anything.
Cross.
I think it would be really hard for these guys to deal any damage to me through my armor. I will say that right now.
Is that Do you like go into combats like this and just have Baldur's Gate on your mind and like think about like what would I do?
Yeah, I mean, you just have so many resources in Baldur's Gate, so it's like
Yeah.
what I would do is I would put up an AOE with one of my guys and then end turn with everyone else, and I'd put up a spike trap with my ranger and then just end turn, and they walk through it, and because of all the mine stuff, they just take 100,000 damage.
Sacred
Have
Flame! And I Sacred Flame the one that's closest to me, the one in the front right. I'm gonna Sacred Flame.
All right. Yeah, that's
We
the
can't-
one Alibaba hit.
Can't
So-
guarantee there won't be awful undead encounters after.
He's just got a bit left. Ooh.
Oof.
He is going to save against that. So, as your sacred light descendeth upon him, let me just see if he has anything to do with Radiant that might.
It may turn off his re-dead thing. Sometimes does, sometimes
No.
doesn't.
Skelly Boys don't even have that.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, as it descends upon him, even with all his bones hollowed out, it managed to kind of collapse to the floor as it explodes above him, and then reform himself to avoid it. We'll now get a skeleton turn. And since Karos is front and center, they are all 4 gonna do short bow attacks against him
Deflect missiles.
as they all aim and fire. So we're gonna do 1, 2,
Miss. Miss.
3,
Miss.
4.
Miss.
So their arrows fly, but these are old, decrepit arrows, and though they do hit your armor, they splinter off, doing no damage. Just
Doesn't even leave a scratch.
nope.
This is stainless steel,
Shiny
baby.
armor. As we advance to Karis' turn again.
Grand. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Perfect. Yeah, and so I'm gonna booming blade to my left, and I'm gonna punch to my down right. So booming
Alright.
blade to the left,
Sounds good. That'll hit.
19 thunder damage.
Yeah, he'll
and I
just
will-
kapow explode.
fantastic. And then I punch the guy.
That will
below
also
me,
hit.
and I deal 10 thunder damage.
And his bones are too weary from acid, and he pops.
Break yourselves upon my
Actually, I can just. There we go.
Great.
So
Yeah.
many balloons.
That's
Be
aesthetic. That's
careful with
beautiful.
the acid, man.
Anything further?
That's my
Yeah, they start
resources
to
tapped.
hallucinate.
They begin to melt into the walls, and you feel a deep sense of connection with the world around you.
That's right. Free bird.
Oh, that's what I should have said. Are you tripping?
They experience ego death, but really it just kind of like makes them a little bit slower in conversations. It's
I'm a
They're not-
skeleton.
they're
What's
not a better
controlling me?
person for it. You would
What's
hope, but
controlling
it just
him?
never works out that way.
What's the difference between him and I? I'm a skeleton. He has a skeleton.
We're all one.
Skeleton. I'm like
We're
the
all
finger.
one big skeleton.
You're like
We're on the Earth skeleton.
what have you got, Alibaba?
Alibaba was gonna scuttle forward 30 feet and
Scuttlebutt.
cast acid on this guy to the left here.
Just hit Karos with it too. Get it. Show him what's what.
It's a save, so it probably would work.
And say, "Are you tripping?
Yeah, probably would
Because
hit
you're on acid."
He's
LSD's
going
nuts.
to do a dex save again and fail, so he gets his bones melted, like when you leave a steak in Coke overnight. He's just kind of like mushy and ragged. That's what it is. It's pure Coca-Cola syrup that you fire. Anything further from you? He's looking rough.
He kind of whistles to Newt. Newt follows him. That's the end of
Yeah, Newt.
Alibaba's turn.
Finish him off. He's probably not that low. Amubis, it's your turn.
Newt's
I
the
don't
only
know.
one in danger here, I feel
Can
like.
he do damage?
He can move to Karos, which is the first thing. Move on up. There's a lot of moving on this hallway. He's a little windy.
It's a castle corridor.
Yeah. Then you said the one that got acid tripped. He's looking pretty rough.
He
That's
is.
the one on the right,
On the left.
On the left.
and the one on the right.
The one by me is uninjured, but he's totally
Yes.
Okay. Well,
fine. He can attack me all day. It will be fine.
do I set something up for flavor then for later?
It's got like a 20% chance. 15.
Or a 1 in 20 chance.
My AC is dead on 20s, unless he's got a +0, which I doubt.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this for flavor because I don't really feel like losing another Sacred Flame. We'll save again. So Amubis unsheathes Thrust Web, pulls it out, and then you see him kind of like polish it weirdly, and he's gonna activate the poison coat ability of the Thrust Web. So for a minute, the as an action, I can coat poison on the blade, and it gains a poison
Cool.
attack. So he's just going to spend his action kind of prepping the blade. You see him kind of buff it. He does a little spit shine on it, and then it's like glowing with poison.
He's like, oh, that's looking good.
Yeah. And he has it at the
The American Psycho. The subtle thickness of it.
Yeah. My God, it's even got a watermark.
and that is all.
Thrust Web.
It just says Alright, skeleton's turn. So nearest skeleton to Karos is gonna draw his short sword and do a stab.
Far too short of a sword.
And his short sword.
Come back with a longer sword next time.
Yeah. Dang it! I should have got the suicide sword. He thinks to himself.
Last time I
and
was
then-
in the lobby.
And then the skeleton with melted bones is going to do a short bow attack just for fun at Amubis.
Yes.
Unacceptable.
I believe that will also miss.
What is my AC? It's gone up.
I
More
think
than
it's
that.
higher than 14.
Yeah, it's 19, so we're good. Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah, I think you're right. So, Karos, it's your
Wonderful.
turn again.
Oh, I'm doing my classic DPS combo with cheese.
One of these and another of these.
14
Um,
hits.
Let me just confirm. Yes, it does.
Fantastic. That's the guy right next to me.
Yep, that'll.
And
You
then
explode
I'm
his
gonna,
bones, which go all over the place.
I'm gonna walk over to this guy and I'm gonna do for funsies an ingenium kick, a rocket powered
nice.
kick, and just get his
Yeah, his
head straight off.
Respiro burst, isn't that what he calls it?
Yeah, Recipro. Yeah. Resproverse.
All right, and that'll do it for him too.
Boom. Like Nessie.
As your kick scatters his bones.
Get out of here.
I get it all the way to the other gate.
Ding ding.
For a point.
Go. All right. Well, that will
Vuvuzelas
take us
everywhere.
out of this combat, and I'm going to clear the list this time so it doesn't screw me over next time. Nice. As this hallway is clear. So I think in light of the timing, we'll probably call it about here.
Okay.
Because I think doing a whole other room would be taking us beyond.
Indeed.
So you're free to like just walk in the room and put eyes on it if you want, or we can save the whole thing for next time, whichever you guys are feeling.
I think
Let's
the
leave it on
only-
a cliff. Let's look at it.
Okay. Well, yeah, if you guys don't have any further business in this room, you can approach the fog gate and pass through.
I think
I
the
will
only thing we're down
transfer
is
us.
one spell slot and one channel divinity. It was a fairly efficient
Which
combat.
You
actually.
cannot get back anyways, so there's no point in sticking around.
Um,
Yeah,
Hello,
what's up?
Newt.
the only RP that Amubis does is. Does anybody know what I could do with this? He's like holding out his poison blade. I have it for a whole minute now. I don't know what to do with it.
But if we quickly get through the door, maybe they'll just be like, I don't know, some sort of werewolf or something that just like jumps out and bites us, and you can just quickly
Okay,
So-
sounds good. And I barrel towards the top.
Yeah, give me a quick perception check, Amubis.
Okay.
Let's see if your wisdom's adequate to witness. Let's see what witness me. That's a great perception check. So as you walk by the skeletal remains of the last two skeletons that Karos exploded, you can see that the joints of the skeletons were actually being held together by cobwebs, as if some spider force was aiding you in the destruction of these skeletons.
What did you do? I turn to my blade and ask.
And it just goes, "Kill your friends."
Oh, now you want to talk, huh?
I'm just kidding. It does not say that.
just
he's
a
a little
normal
freaked
thought
out.
that
It says-
Anubis has.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, that was your own mind.
So
Like standing near the edge of a cliff. Yes, you can pass through, and I'll just transfer us over, and then we'll call it a night. So you find yourself in a I don't know house terms, and we do have an architect on, so I'm like,
This appears to be a crypt.
Foyer.
yes, it's a foyer, slant crypt, but it's like a big greeting room in the entrance of a house.
I love
got a
your
nice-
Crypt
Foyer,
catacomb
yeah.
theme in your foyer.
I love what
And,
you've done to the place.
Is it really
Yes.
supposed to be pronounced foyer and not foyer? Is that just
Yes.
It is foyer.
Okay,
Mm.
okay.
All right.
Depends on how
Um,
fancy it is, really.
Americans
And,
are allowed to say foyer. That's the truth.
Yeah,
We're allowed
you're
to
in
say
a
whatever
ranch.
we want because freedom.
Yeah. It's like we're allowed to say Paris. It's fine.
It's the
I don't
difference
care.
between is the foyer in meters or is the foyer in feet.
Yep.
I think
Freedom
it's
unit.
how. I think if you have a foyer, you call it a foyer, and if you don't have a foyer, you call it a foyer.
That's right. Just like a.
But yes, it would be
a veranda.
welcoming, if not a bit stuffy, except for the large swarms of bats that appear to be near the columns, and that's where we'll hand.
Big old bats.
So thanks, guys. Sorry, my internet keep
Thank
goofing
you.
up. You want to sign us out, PU2?
Absolutely, guys. This has been Unbeaten Path. Thank you, PS Zombie. Thank you, Battle Armor, and thank you, Climate Changer, for another exciting chapter. So, woot woot. Alright, feel free to join us next time. We will have more Dungeons and Dragons on this channel. We are going to be continuing our Piece of 8 next week, which is our One Piece style anime, and then are inspired by the One Piece anime campaign. And we are going to do Unbeaten Path the following week from there. So we're going to try to get these more regular, and we appreciate you all clicking on us and finding us. Please drop us a follow, a chat, or a subscribe. We love them and eat them up. All right, everybody, have a good night. And this is
good night, all.
Cru. Good night.
See y'all next week.
Good night, chat.
Good night.